city for work, my best friend called me and told me his son had been diagnosed with autism. We were both in shock. I still remember the day I walked into the house and saw that look on my wife's face. I knew something was wrong. I'll never forget how I felt when she said, "Our son has autism."
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 68 children is diagnosed with autism. That's about a 30% increase in 2 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Here at KXVS, broadcasting from Stone Tube Studios, is the voice of Stockton.
Welcome back to KXVS Morning Show. I'm your host, Alex, with also Marcelis, RawNe, and Timothy.
Hello, mates. How's it going? My mic is extremely high at the moment and burning my ears out, but that is okay. Like it like that. I'm up close now, and the spiritual, what is that? The spiritual quote of the day. We're gonna hop on that ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're gonna jump right into it. Quote of the day, and this is by Vince Lombardi. It says, "The spirit, the will to win, and the will to excel are the things that endure. These qualities are so much more important than the events that occur." So, let me read that again. The spirit, the will to win, and the will to excel are the things that endure. These qualities are so much more important than the events that occur. So you can have the will, you have the spirit, the will to win, and the will to excel through every event that comes. Any event which may come. So those I can understand, see where he says that those are the things that endure, because they go from like situation to situation, time to time, versus real. Like one event. The event occurred, it's done.
Yeah. I'm going to let y'all know the event occurred, it's done. That's true. Move on. Okay. I'm going to let y'all know something, a little thing that somebody told me that really was kind of, it was inspirational. How dare I kind of that. They said that Kevin Hart, it may have been one of you, or Darius maybe told me, but Kevin Hart, when he started out, he was going to clubs and he was killing stuff, and then he went to this one comedy club that was really prestiged, and like everybody did well there before they got famous. So he went there and he performed, and then he got called into the immediately after he got called into the back, the office or whatever you want to call it, and the guy there told him, "Look, man, this isn't for you. Like, this is not for you. I don't think you're the." And then his manager was like, F that guy,
yeah, don't listen to him.
F him. But at the time, I guess it really bothered Kevin, and like I said, F those guys. If you guys are, you want to do something, you want to be somebody, go do it. Because I have came over so much what word am I looking for, y'all?
You've overcome a lot of adversity
in my life with this stand-up comedy thing, and a lot of things as well. And to this day, I still do. Like, people will talk down on it. People will be like, that's not realistic. People like family, because your family knows you. Your family knows you. You know.
Your family are the ones that will go at you the most.
You never. You know what I'm saying? Oh, really? You're gonna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
But it's beautiful, like doing something and then them coming to support and then seeing it with their eyes, like, oh, you're serious. Like, you're serious about this. Like, you're, doing stuff. So when things happen for me and I catch a little break here and there, like this radio show or show on the Ave or the show that somebody's paying me to do at Finnegan's towards the end of the year. And I keep growing and I don't let up. People start believing in what they see, because people have to see to believe, unfortunately,
Yeah, and you believe in yourself. So you believing in yourself is showing them, like, hey, you could believe in me too. I believe in myself, and that's that spirit. What it talks about, the spirit, the will to win, the will to excel. Those things you have.
Oh yeah, because like people used to laugh, like my gramps would I remember I went to my cousin's house one time and he was like, "Man, Uncle Charlie told me you're doing comedy." He was like, he told me, he just rolled his eyes like this. Yeah, he wants to be a comedian.
Oh my gosh.
When he told me that, I was like, "Yep, that's me."
That's true.
Yeah,
You're
it's
speaking
true.
the truth.
That is that true. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, that's true.
Go on with it. Speaking that truth. How about you?
Well, my family?
Yeah, your spirit. No, your spirit. Your will to win. Your will to excel. Where has that taken you?
It's taken me quite a few places.
That
like,
noise.
Like it took me here, cause like, main reason I got involved is cause like, I saw Alex and Gov talking about just the show, and I was like, oh, I want to get involved with that. And then I talked to you about it, and it was like, it was this thing that I just kind of like, I heard it being talked about, and I was like, I should probably, get involved in that. I should probably find
Sounds interesting, right?
It sounds interesting. It sounds like something I should do with my time, and it's good.
It worked out for you.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Well, see, I think that's good because it was something I remember. I remember you kind of having the energy about it of, well, I don't know, I was thinking about it, and so I'm gonna continue always to encourage you because I enjoy having you with us, and it's good. It's good to have multiple personalities, and it's not a disorder. We just chilling here.
We do chill.
So
what about you?
Shoot, man. I can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I can't stop. I don't even know. It be taking me places. I just be like, what? Wow, okay. Yeah, like here, like, okay, so y'all want to say how it brought you here. It's same thing for me because I have always, like, had a passion to want to work in the community, giving back somehow. But, going off with the military, and I had to wait all the time. I was like, oh, man, I see everybody. I started working with, the entertainment with as far as, like, people who are doing
quick
music.
question, if you don't mind me interrupting. When did you start rapping or being in the entertainment?
So I've always written poetry. I did spoken word. I used to do spoken word 2003,
I love spoken
2004.
Word,
so it
so
became
common.
more of a spoken word thing versus just writing. So I actually started like doing spoken word like near 2003 when I was like, oh wow, it's a little bit more fun. But then come maybe like 2006 or so, somebody was like, have you ever done music? So then I was like, oh no, I haven't, but I'll try it. So I did, and I really enjoyed it. So I was like, I could do this because I remember being younger when I was 15, and this is like I was writing poetry and whatnot, but younger, like 12, 13, and I was like, man, I really want to like write song lyrics. Like I wanted to write song lyrics like when I got older. And it's interesting because I used to want to do it for other people, but now I find I'm doing it for myself. I guess that's where I start. But
you used to write for other people?
No, I wanted to write for other people.
Okay.
I wanted to be a ghostwriter.
Oh, nice.
So, but I ended up, doing it for myself, and I have yet to have somebody, to share it with where I could be their ghostwriter. But for the most part, I've been doing it for a while, but back 2006, and then I got in touch with Clef Notes, and this was when I was going to UOP, and doing some and working, in the with the Buddhist community as well. So, it just kind of went on from there. I went off to the military, so that I kind of continued to do a few things here and there. But I always wanted to keep coming back home because I wanted to, get really involved and really work in the scene here in Stockton and just help be part of that. Because I noticed even back then, there are a few other females. I don't see them around too much, but there are a few other females that because I wanted to like bring to light, the females, because it's a very male dominant industry. So I really want to bring to the forefront, the females if we can. And, there aren't very many. So the ones I could find, I did work with the ones I could find and that I did see out there. A lot of people are off doing their own thing right now.
You know who I'm a fan of female-wise rapping? Young Ma.
Okay. I do like her too.
Deja Love.
Okay.
You, Me, and Hennessy. However that song goes. I love that song. You, Me, and Hennessy. Young Ma. Man, Young Ma is one of those, like...
She's hard.
Yeah, she's what?
Hard.
Hard? Yeah, she goes hard. Yeah. She goes hard, man.
Yeah, so I ended up, doing that, but, like, coming back to the community and still just pushing to do what I want to do brought me here. So, pretty interesting. But, yeah.
Nice. Oh, right, and that was our...
quotes.
Daily quotes. What?
Instructions, daily instructions.
And now we're on to the instructions.
menu.
Hey, we're getting good, huh? We got a little organization going. We got the quotes and the instructions. We need a sheet in front of us, though. So, okay.
I was about to start. Es porque.
Spanish? Es poquito.
Es porque. I was gonna say that. That's why we had given the
It's a little
the instruction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So today, the instruction.
That's why we emailed that.
Raindrops dropping in the window. That's the noise I'm hearing. Like ding.
Should
ding.
you be bored, don't admit it. To do so indicates a lack of imagination.
That's the truth. My dad used to tell me that all the time. You even say that you're bored, that means you're a boring person because you can't even find a way to entertain yourself. I was like, dang, all right, Dad.
That's funny.
No, that's the truth. I was like, oh.
You even say you're bored?
Like, oh, you're bored. He used to be like, what? What'd you say? You say you're bored? Oh, that, people who say that they're bored are not interesting people. You should never be bored. There should always something to do. You should always find something to do, something to occupy your time. So, whether it be sitting in thoughts, but acknowledging what you're actually doing so that you are doing something and not saying that you have nothing to do and that you're being bored.
So what would you do in those times? Would you fidget your thumbs? Would you talk to yourself? You seem like a very talkative person. You are real energetic.
Yeah,
as a little kid, you probably like, blam, 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 blam.
Yeah, I used to get in trouble
sit,
a lot.
show.
That was
Damn.
me. That right there was me. I would get in trouble a lot, and I don't think I
get
ever
in trouble just for being hyper and just being a kid type of thing. Like,
I used to get sent outside because I could not stop laughing. And it would make me laugh even more. Like, I would literally, they would tell me, go outside because I couldn't stop laughing. I got in trouble in school for laughing all the time. Like, I couldn't, once my laughter goes off and I just.
Once my laughter goes off.
It's like uncontrollable and my mind starts having this imagination. So my mind starts playing all these different scenarios that makes me laugh even more. So I just be cracking myself up because I'm like, oh, when this happened, it's like if something happens and I can't stop because I'm having fun and I don't want to stop having fun.
She said once the laughter goes off.
I don't want to stop having fun. It's like, shoot, why I get in trouble for laughing? Well, it was at the wrong time. It was in inappropriate times, supposed to be having a lesson in class, and you're not supposed to be messing around. You gotta listen to the lesson. Oh, my dad's trying to sleep, I'm bothering him or something. Be quiet, go outside, kind of thing. So,
go outside and laugh about that heat.
Right, yeah, but I'll go find something to do though.
Yeah,
I'll go find something to do. So I've learned how to adapt and in any situation to find something to do, keep myself occupied.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good because a lot of people don't know how to.
That's why I trip out when people say they're bored. I'm like, really?
I be bored all the time. I don't care. I'm not boring. I know.
Right.
You can't trick me with that quote at this age, but I'll tell kids that stuff. Hey, you're a boring kid, okay? You don't want to be a boring kid. You don't want to do that.
Find something to do.
Yeah.
But if you're bored, I think it comes to there's things that you can do and want to do. It's just that you haven't found the thing that you want to do right now at that moment that you're bored. Like, you haven't found something that's interesting enough for you to say.
So maybe you're tired of the stuff around you.
Right, to find some, or to try to make find something
I'm tired of doing the same thing.
Over and over.
Yeah. Or
the redundancy, the monotony.
Yeah. I mean, people might have a whole bunch of toys and things that they do, or books.
Yeah.
I get tired of reading the same kind of books, or just tired of reading books in general. You might want to try something else. So,
like, go out and be active. Right, change it up.
Change it up. That's probably a good one. Change it up.
So change it up, people. If you're bored, do something you don't usually do. Try some push-ups. Okay. Try some push-ups. Look, the other day I was watching this show. It's called it was a movie actually, and it's where they get hall pass. Hall pass. These two husbands get a hall pass. These two husbands get a hall pass, and basically they get like 2 weeks off their marriages to have a relationship with somebody else that they don't even know, and their wife is all right with it. That's crazy, right? So then they go do it, and then their wives ended up.
So sorry.
Uh-oh, it started. Go outside, Renee. Go outside.
I'm so sorry.
Take that.
Side by our conversation. So
Okay.
Okay,
but
start over.
Start over.
From the hall
What?
pass. You're talking about something with the hall pass.
Start
That's all I heard.
over. No.
I was
Hold on. Look,
distracted.
but look, they get a hall pass and then they go and then they're trying to find these women. They're having a little rough time a little bit, and then their wives end up finding these dudes. And then one wife found this old dude who's like treating her right, listening and all this stuff. And it's like, okay. And then the other wife found this probably about my age, if not a little bit older, young man, like, you know what I'm saying, handsome Zac Efron type looking dude, and then she actually does something with him. But the whole point of that story is that was odd, and that was awesome that they got their hall pass. But that's not the point of my story. The point is this dude in the movie was so ripped, like he made me get up at that point and start hitting push-ups. I was like, no, he didn't. I was like, no. My cousin was instantly like, we were both just, oh no. Yep. Like in the living room,
it's all like, I feel good about myself, and then
you're like, whoa.
Nope, never mind.
You not about? Never mind. Yeah, my wife's not about to be cheating on me. No. Like I was like, not today.
Okay, I have a question about that for y'all. Why is it that you think all women want not y'all. Okay, why would a man think that a woman or women want men that are like just, super ripped up all the time?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you touch on this because mine may be a little bit longer than what you were gonna say. So.
I don't know. I was just gonna say, I don't know. The reason we think that is because like when women have conversations about dudes who are ripped, more often than not, it's like, oh my God, look at him. Look at how hot he is. And then
look at his eyes.
And then you see like the dudes who are like either who are just like at their body weight, or they're a little bit overweight, and they don't they kind of just give that dude the glance, and then they like look right away. So more often, and then it's the same effect that TV has too. Mm-hmm. Women think that they need to look a certain way because all the women in TV commercials and movies and stuff are hella skinny and they got all the features and everything. So and then and then trying to keep it PG, but it's the same thing. But it's the same thing with like TV and shows and movies too. Is in a movie and a TV show, the woman always wants to go after the dude who looks really good and has abs and stuff. So society gives me the idea that this is not even remotely okay. To even be attractive to somebody, I have to be skinny, I have to be fit, I have to be super strong and have abs, and I have to look like I have to be at the top shape all the time. Like it's just something that society pushes on you without.
Does it unconscious?
Well, I think
social media is.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's no doubt about that. Is it or is it not? No, that's the thing. I think though, me personally, everybody doesn't think like that. It's a level of comfortability with yourself. And when I was with my ex, there was a lot I skipped days at the gym, I did all that type of stuff. But like as soon as I got single, I was like, wow. Like I noticed probably in that last year and a half, girls weren't even looking at me the same how they used. It's weird because I get the looks because I let myself go a lot. I was drinking and not working out a lot. So like even my six pack was like gone, and I was like, what? And this little muscle right here wasn't there no more. I was like, I didn't even recognize myself in the mirror. I was like, what did I let happen to myself? So after I got back in the gym and everything, started getting fresh haircuts like all the time. Like every time it'll go away, re-get that haircut. And so when you feel good about yourself and you keep up on yourself, it's not the fact that I really care if, that's nice that girls do. Like there are a lot of basic girls who are just like, oh my gosh, that's like it's nice to have that feeling, but at the end of the day, no matter what you look like, you have to understand there's a girl that's gonna be into that.
Yeah.
Like no matter where you're this or that, and I think that's if I'm into fitness and I want to look good, then of course, I want to
find somebody who's into fitness. So
I want to find somebody who's like, oh, I want a guy with a six pack and this and that, because it's like, you're into that, I'm into that. You know, so it's more so on that level, because even when I was, because when I go out and I see heads turn like that, a lot of that could be, I don't want to be with those girls. It's just nice to know I look good for the basic women who are just into, if you got Jordans on, or you got this, or how you looking, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Which are a lot of girls out there like that.
Yeah.
But on the deeper level, it's more so about what I want, because even if you didn't have that, you would there will be a girl literally who's into a dude chubby chase. There's chubby chasers. There's somebody dude. There's somebody out there who's like, man, like this dude is like, his hair and that beard, like, oh my goodness, you know,
so cuddly, so
they're so in that case, I know I'm always gonna be able to find somebody for me, but I think I'm saying, look at me, maybe I like the attention, you know, of just being the girls being like, oh, like sitting looking at you like, oh. You know, I like the fact that I could just
to get the attention,
walk away and be like, yeah, I ain't pay y'all no attention. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like it. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, so superficial girls are pretty
That's funny.
You be like this, you hit that on them, you hit that.
I don't know. I had more concerns with my body, but then I watched an episode of Bill Nye, and he said that 70 to 80%, or like 60, it was like 50 to 70% of your body shape is based on genetics.
Yeah.
Not really?
Yes, 50 to 70% of your body weight and your shape is based off of genetics, not like fitness, things like that. So,
because I try to gain weight and I can't do it. That's genetics.
You have a high metabolism?
High metabolism, but that's genetics. Like, I have the bone structure of the Filipino side of my family, which is like, you know, not all Filipinos are the same though either, but in my family side, they are more slender. So
I want y'all to know I'm not genetically built like this, like that. It's just work. There's so much. It is. Now did Bill Nye give you a little tip on how you could beat that?
There you go.
Did he?
Well, basically just the basic stuff, like fit, just like stay fit, but. He said, but it basically, it was just about the fact, like, if you're feeling like you need to be a certain way, or you need to, like, look a certain way, like, he had people on his show who, like, their entire family looked the same way that they did. Like, body shape and all that is, since it's based on genetics, even if I wanted to be super skinny all my life, but I'm not meant to be super skinny, then at that point, I'm being unhealthy.
There's a lot of foods that we eat nowadays that are really bad for us, like processed foods, a lot of processed meats that we eat that aren't good for us, all of the above, and that may be why you see everybody in America, and I'll say America because we have the biggest issue with just walking around overweight, because what happens is we don't even get a lot of kids a chance because we're already feeding them with all this stuff, this McDonald's, this, that, like these microwavable foods.
Right, and it's cheap. And if you notice, they'll market those kinds of businesses and place those kinds of businesses in areas that are urban with more of a lower income. If you notice and go to other places where the income is up a little bit more, you won't really find like the certain fast food places, if at all. Like you'll find Whole Foods, you'll find more organic stores.
Yeah, in San Francisco, Whole Foods.
So you know they kind of tailor to the market, the masses, and you know, if it's cheap and they know, so not having that fighting chance, unfortunately, that's kind of like, you know, you kind of come into a society, or you know, the life that you come into, the family that you're born into, regardless of their status, like it depends on where your starting point will be. You know, and then what those parents are choosing to put into the child's lives. But I'm curious, Alex, as to what your take is on it as well. You know, before we head to break, what you think about females, you know,
the body image?
Maybe wanting, the body image. We'll just go there.
The abs. I forgot we were even talking about this.
Yeah, the whole body image.
It's hard to get away from what the media shows you, because you see packaging from as a kid, You know,
Yeah.
the small clothes, the form fitting as a kid, and then you see maybe some kids don't fit in that. So there you go, right there from the beginning. Maybe your parents say, "Oh well, don't worry about that. You're different," but don't really explain that you're different and the same. So right then you start dealing with it at a young age, and peer pressure comes, and then kids are jerks.
Mean.
You go to school,
yes.
you can be told one thing from your family, but as soon as you get to school, these kids can dog you and just change the whole concept. But then you go. Then as you get along, girls are taught to look a certain way. Guys, we kind of have a little bit more leeway because we know that we see examples of guys that, I mean, look at Donald Trump. That guy is not in any kind of shape, but he has a model wife. So guys kind of have more of a leeway.
Go to college.
Yeah, or don't.
Or make billions.
Make a lot of money.
And just say, I want
Take your dad's money.
Yeah.
See, I feel like when we get older, and I know this, when we get older, like, women are going to be searching for a little bit more stability, maybe something real, you know what I'm saying? Maybe something deep. So that's why, when you get really older, you become a little sugar daddy, so... I'm serious, y'all. So serious.
Wow.
So like,
okay.
it's not even so much far as about looks. Like I see dudes, no looks. Like, but confidence is huge though. I see a lot of bigger guys with confidence who could pull girls and whatnot.
True.
That's
But
what it comes down to.
I feel like towards
It
the
is
end,
about confidence.
it's going to be a lot more about substance, a lot more about providing.
Where's that
a
bell?
lot more.
Because you hit the nail on the head with that
A lot
one.
more about providing what you could bring to the table. But right now, being a young man, I understand it's all fun, getting looks, turn away, chase a little. I don't chase, but it's
If you
it's-
want to, I'm
yeah,
sure
if you want to, there's
it's that fun in the game.
yeah, it's
It doesn't stop though. I mean,
right. It doesn't. Yeah.
you especially if you just in America, I think it's real bad. Go back to women. You see these celebrities get pregnant, and then 2 days later they have the baby, and another day they look the
good?
same. Look the same, and but they don't tell you. Oh, I have
who
10
doesn't?
different people with me every day. Same as the guys. You have 5 different types of trainers that can do all this different stuff. So yeah, you can get back to whatever real quick.
But it's also genetics too, because after I have children, so after my first I have my baby early because it was like, oh, I was expecting the baby in December, baby came in November, like, oh shoot, but then I had finals that week, so I was like, oh no, and I was going to college, and I was like, oh shoot, I better hurry up and just like knock out this education because oh man, I got people to take care of soon. So I was like, oh man, and so the baby came early. I was like, oh man, I got finals. Shoot, within a week, I was like right back into my regular jeans, like right back into my regular pants, like it was nothing. And I went right back to class and took all my freaking finals and just kept pushing. And I thought, man, it's kind of one of those things where you think, for me, I was like wanted to gain weight. I was hoping to gain.
Right. Yeah. Get some of that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I got picked on a lot. I got picked on so much when I was little because I was so skinny.
Yeah, a lot of little itty bitty girls do.
Oh man, it's harsh, but it made me, I guess, a stronger person for it.
Yes, it gives
My dad
builds
was
character.
my dad was hecka sweet about it because he was just like, you know what? He was like, all of these girls when I was like younger, and I would be so sad because they have boyfriends, or the guys, they'd be looking at those girls because they had their hair, their makeup, their body, the bombshell, whatnot. And I was like, man, I was still, I was a late bloomer, And anyways, he was just like, all those girls that are fully, well developed right now, he was like, in 10 years, when they grow up, they're gonna be fat. And I was just
Was it
like,
true?
I want to say
For the most
yes.
part.
Yeah, for the most part. I only been out of high school. I only been out
So
for
I
4
can't
years.
complain because he was like, you can have like the brain,
Yeah.
and that's why he was just like, you can have the body, you can have the beauty, but if you don't got the brains, you ain't. So I was like, oh man. So I stayed in school, and that actually helped motivate me to get through the fact that, okay, people say I'm pretty, okay, I got that, but I don't have the body, because that's what a lot of people look at, and that's what I used to be discouraged about a lot, because I didn't have that body, but, I always was still very active, and I'm still very active, but, it kept me, like, in shape, and as I, came into my adulthood. You know, still being small and everything, but I'm not fat.
It's easier to manage now, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I get to. It's nice. I don't mind it, but had I not listened to his wisdom, or had he not shared that with me from a male's perspective to a daughter or to a female,
I've been like, look here,
it
daughter. All your friends are probably gonna be pregnant with it this year. I'm
oh
playing.
my God! Well, I don't know what kind of friends they got, but no, I'm just joking.
But look,
no, it happens though. Hey. Nowadays I feel like young ladies are developing so fast. Maybe it's the food we eat. And that's going back to
Everybody's been
what you were
talking
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
that food, how they GMOs.
It's crazy.
And all kinds of stuff. Well, you know, let's go ahead and
Take a
cut to
break.
real quick, because that's whole nother topic.
Yeah. When we come back, I want to know what you guys think of. What type of French fries you guys like?
Okay.
Oh, waffle fries.
It is National French Fry Day.
Curly fries.
Fast food.
We'll get into that a little bit and tell you where you can get some French fry deals and some other articles I have here. And then last segment of the day, we'll probably be joined with Darius Oliver to give us the number of the day. That'll be around 9:30. So stick with us. We'll be back after this. It's KXVS Morning Show.
You're listening to